Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is September 5th, 2021, and I want to make some connections for you about the number 7 and how the number 7 is connected to the Feast of Trumpets in a very unique way, especially in this year. But if we go back to 2001, we're going to see that the Twin Towers were struck and brought down on September 11th, and this was 7 days before the Feast of Trumpets. A 7-day sign before the Feast of Trumpets in 2001, which landed on September 18th. We're going to go forward 7 years, and we're going to see that one of the greatest point drops in modern history, especially over the last 2 to 3 decades, took place on September 29th, 2008. The number that is brought out in the report is that the stocks tumbled 777 points. This was September 29th, 2008. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 777.68 points. September 29th, 2008, which was the Eve of Rosh Hashanah. So this was the day before, and exactly on Rosh Hashanah, the next day, on the Feast of Trumpets, the next day, the news came out to the world. Okay? The next sign we have is in 2014. This is the sign of the 2 cows that were born on the week of the Feast of Trumpets. The most interesting detail about this is that although one was born on September 20th and the other was born on September 25th, the news of the first cow came out in Pennsylvania exactly on September 25th, 2014, and the second cow was born exactly on that day. So even though the cow was born 5 days previous, both cows are linked to September 25th because of the report that came out on September 25th of the birth of the first cow. This happened to be exactly the first day of Tishri, the first day of the Feast of Trumpets in 2014. Okay? So we have the 9/11 attacks 7 days before the Feast of Trumpets. We have the crash of the stock market, 777 points, exactly on the Feast of Trumpets. Then we have the declaration of these 2 cows with the number 7 born on them on the Feast of Trumpets, September 25th, 2014. Now I am going to show you how powerful the number 7 is connected to the Feast of Trumpets. From the rebirth of Israel. Everyone knows that Israel was born on May 14th, 1948. Many people do not know that the mandate for the establishment of Israel came at midnight on May 14th. And that is why this report shows, hereby proclaiming the establishment of the Jewish state in Palestine to be called Israel, we hereby declare that as from the termination of the mandate at midnight, this night of the 14th and 15th May 1948, and until the setting up of the duly elected bodies of the state in accordance with the Constitution, to be drawn up by a constituent assembly not later than the first day of October 1948. The present National Council shall act as the provisional administration, shall constitute the provisional government of the State of Israel. Okay? We hereby declare that as from the termination of the mandate at midnight, this night of the 14th, 15th May, 1948, okay? In other words, at midnight of May 14th, the mandate came into power, but the first day of Israel's existence was May 15th. So we have the connection to May 14th and to May 15th by a midnight mandate that came. And the first day of Israel's existence was actually May 15th. Okay? So what do we get if we go from May 15th, 1948 to the Feast of Trumpets, 2021? $26,777 days. The power of the number 7 connected to the Feast of Trumpets. See how God is speaking in so many different ways? September 6th is also Labor Day in the United States, which is September 7th in Israel. And Israel, on their calendar, the Feast of Trumpets is September 6th through September 8th. So we have this special convergence that is taking place between September 6th, September 7th, September 8th, connected by 26,777 days to the rebirth of Israel. Did you know that the number 26 is connected to God? The value of Yahweh is 26. Even in English, the value of God is 26. And 777 is the number of complete perfection and finality, completion. 777. See? This is what I wanted to share with you. The power of the number 7 connected to the Feast of Trumpets. I pray you are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People, the sign of His coming revealed.